Thursday, November the 25th, 2021, and once again I'm back out at Northill in Bedfordshire, about to undertake North Herts Ramblers Group Walk 27, which is around 10 miles of walking, circular, with hopefully lunch at the church in Cople. It's a cracking day. Not a cloud, well, a few clouds in the sky as you can see, and very chilly, about 3 or 4 degrees at the minute, but no rain, so I press on. It's about 12:30 at the minute, 4 hours walking, so it's going to be hit and miss again. This is a place that's featured on a previous walk of mine, at least one anyway. I had lunch by this pond not so many months back on a different circular walk, so there might be some duplication today. Let's see. Anyway, up against the clock, so let's press on. And yes, I do recall doing this walk. This section will be familiar, but we did it in the reverse direction. So as we approach Home Wood here, I would add that I'm walking this in a clockwise direction to get the longest section of walking out of the way before lunch. Passing the fishing lake on my left, well, not lake, but large pond really, as I'm about to enter Home Wood on the map. Still some leaf cover, not much so. This cold weather's bringing it down. So this is one of 7 plaques with poetry written on it on the Greensand Ridge Walk. Filmed these previously. This one by Ed Burnett. Little bench behind it, as you can see as well. In fact, quite a lot of tree cover left, considering. These are mainly hardy oaks, probably explaining why. Nice mixed woodland in here, a few pines, plenty of oak. These diversionary notices were up last time I walked through here, and they date back to February 2020. So at some point during the pandemic I've walked through this woodland, and basically it's a diversion of a little path that goes through the woodland on my left, which the Saturday Walkers route utilises. Doesn't affect today's walking. So yeah, there used to be a little path through there, over that footbridge, through that little strip of woodland, so not much point in having that really, when you've got a broader, well-maintained path here. Now follow the woodland edge towards Highlands Farm on the map. Passing Highland Farm. This is, as I say, duplication of a previous walk in the opposite direction. One of the old horses getting a bit of exercise. It's got some ankle gaiters on as well, I notice. Around 200 foot up here, views back whence I've come. The wind is picking up and it's quite bitter now. North Westerly, if I recall, although the northerly element of that westerly dominates. So we're now joining the North Bedfordshire Heritage Trail, as well as being on the Greensand Ridge Walk. As you can see, turning left here. This field margin woodland belt is duplication as well. Good surfaces today underfoot. It's quite dry, Bit of damp leaf litter, but nothing to worry about. Greensand, that's why. So we come off the main track here, still following the Greensand Ridge Walk, doing a right, which again is duplication from a previous walk. Typical J country this, as I just heard one squawking up there. Not much else bird-wise though thus far. I've seen a kite, usual crows and pigeons, but not much else of interest. Oh yeah, in the week, a couple of days ago, I heard my first, I think they were field fares as opposed to redwings, bigger. But the cold snap has brought them over, the winter migrants. Got the old Cardington hangar over there, which I have filmed previously. Usually used for large airships. So as you can see there, get horses stolen up this way. Sure, it's not the only place either. There's a better view of the hangar with Bedford in the background there. The walk I'm doing today is sort of wedged between Bedford and Sandy really. Lots of new housing developments going on around about. I noticed many on my way up here. We say this every week on these recordings. Southeastern Midlands are getting absolutely decimated. Okay, we come away from the Greensand Ridge Walk now, which is just as well because it looks like there's some shooting going on over there. There's vehicles. And we go downhill towards Bedford in the distance, but Cople for lunch. As the wind picks up, you're probably hearing it. Big field country again now. Now descending through another tree belt, which is welcome protection from the increasing breeze. Lovely hedgerow here, full of all the berries that it should be full of. Wonderful. This has been a pretty long greenway. No problem with that though. It's better than walking on a field margin or across a field. And welcome respite, as I said earlier, from the wind. Approaching Cople, around about a mile away I think. Little bit of country lane walking now towards a place called Water End on the map. We branch off very shortly though. So just on the fringes of Water End by these 30-mile-an-hour signs, take a left here to follow the bridleway. So I'm coming off the GPX track slightly, going through this woodland shortcut. There is an information panel here about Water End, not very legible because of the wear and tear on top of it, but good to know. As you can see, birch, sycamore I think, or maple, one or the other, all young trees. Now interestingly, as you can see here, there is a seat and a table. In fact, there are two tables. So I'm very tempted to take my lunch here actually, as opposed to at the church. I'll be passing the church anyway, and I can film that So yeah, I'm going to have my lunch here in the glade. Wonderful. So yep, it's 2:15 now. Let me just check how far we're into the walk. So we're actually bang on halfway, about 5 miles done. So this is an ideal stopping point. 3:15, lunch has been had, time to press on. It's looking highly dodgy that I'm going to finish this walk in the light anyway. Cople and its church now coming into view. Only a few minutes after the picnic site really. So All Saints Cople, which doesn't appear to have any seats anyway. Doors locked, so you wouldn't better go inside, and no gravestones, etc. So interesting. Obviously that clock is bang on time. Passing the 5 bells from where this walk GPX track started, I do believe. Now coming off the road through Cople, taking this bridleway past this thatch. This bridleway takes us alongside some field edges. Pretty bland country at the moment, I'd say. Leaving Cople behind us. So you come out onto a lane where you turn right, passing some kind of very secure substation here. Onward journeys then up this lane. Now that's either a brambling or, well, I can't think what else it is. Black cap, red chest, winter visitor. If it is a brambling, it's a very rare bird. Where's he gone? Is that a pair of them? No, the other one's flown. But there's the bramble bush. Actually, there's the other one. I wonder if that's the female. Can't quite get it into focus. Annoying. And that sighting was just at Hill Farm, Willington. Could have been a red start, that was the other one I was trying to think of. I'll have to check that. Just about to pass by Sheer Hatch Wood on the map. Stood on the Heritage Trail, North Beds. We've walked past this before on a previous walk. I do believe it was a Saturday Walkers one though. About 160 foot up here, and you've got a very low setting sun now. Lovely day though nonetheless. Decent vista from up here. Wind's dropped a bit, not quite as parky. And there is a bench over there to enjoy the view from. Didn't notice that last time, I don't think. passing the mobile phone mast, and I notice there's lots of saplings been planted here. I wonder if the previous trees all died off because of the mobile phone mast. It's not beyond the realms of probability, you know, especially if it's 5G. And as I said last week, the night creatures are starting to appear. Just heard a tawny owl, and there's plenty of muntjac about in that wood. Thankfully no aircraft disturbance today though. So there's the reason why the trees have come down, and very good of them as well. The Shuttleworth Trust are felling the trees to replace the ash. 80%, as they rightly indicate, have gone. Wonderful work. That's very good. July 2021. Brilliant. As you can see, there must have been one hell of a lot of ash in there. I wonder what they're replacing them with. Well, interestingly, they've chosen oak. So that's fantastic. Good solid tree. The only thing that really takes the oak is that moth. The, what do you call it? Processionary moth. Just have to hope that doesn't creep into the country in vast numbers because of global warming. That is the risk. So, walking up the driveway to Beeston Liso's farm, following the footpath marker there. Just about time for the sun to set. 15:51 now. Sunset today's 15:54. Well, certainly up this way it is. This little section of woodland just beyond the farm is very poorly maintained and almost impassable at places. Sounds like the dogs are out. There's the TV transmitter at Sandy Heath. Just walking past College Wood here on the map, and in the distance you can just make out the church now. That's my finale. And you can just make out a jet in the background. It's around that time as it was last week, but obviously they're higher up here. Now a bit of road walking into Cople. More building works on the edge of the village. So here we are, back where we started. 3 hours 12 I make it, and 10 miles almost on the button. Decent enough leg stretcher. Nothing brilliant to mention there. A lot of it I've done before in the reverse direction. So best part of it was the day actually. Very chill, sunny day, fantastic weather for walking. So that's North Herts Ramblers. I think that was 72. Or was it 27? Just a second. Yeah, it was 27. So walk 27 completed. So until next time, as you can see, sunset just occurred, so it's around 4:15 now. So until the next time, take care.